Welcome to my channel. Simply Speak English. My name is Hazel, and I am 19 years old. Today I'm telling about my journey to speak English fluently. Have you ever wondered why learning English seems so difficult, yet so important? Do you sometimes feel like no matter how hard you try, the words just don't come out right? What if I told you that there was a time when I couldn't speak a word of English, and now I can share my journey with you? Imagine this. You walk into a room full of people, and you can't say anything. You feel lost, invisible, and desperate. Have you ever been in that situation? What if the key to unlocking a new world was just learning how to speak this one language? Wouldn't you want to know how I did it? Today, I am here to take you on a journey, not just through my words, but through the emotions, challenges, and triumphs of learning to speak fluent English. By the end of this speech, you will understand why English is not just another language, but the bridge to endless opportunities. And you will see that the journey to fluency is not just about words, it's about dreams, about connecting with the world, and about believing in yourself. Now, you might wonder, why should you care about my journey? Maybe you already know some English, or you're thinking, I don't need to learn it perfectly. I just need to get by. But here's the thing. This story isn't just about learning a language. It's about discovering a whole new way of seeing the world. English opens doors to new opportunities, new friendships, and even new ways of thinking. Whether you want to travel, study, work, or connect with people from different cultures, English will help you do all of that. The reason you should listen to my story is because, in some way, it's your story too. When I started learning English, I was just like you, curious but unsure of how to start. I remember feeling overwhelmed. Where should I begin? How can I ever speak as fluently as the people I admired? But the most important step was simply deciding to begin. The journey was long, yes, but with every step, I became more excited, more curious, and more determined to succeed. And now, I want to share the most beautiful part of this journey with you. It is not about perfection, it is about progress. I know what you might be thinking. What if I fail? What if I make mistakes? The truth is, I made mistakes every single day. In fact, I still do. But each mistake was like a stepping stone, leading me closer to my goal. Every time I mispronounced a word or used the wrong tense, I didn't feel embarrassed. Instead, I felt a spark of excitement, knowing that I was getting closer to fluency. The key is not to be afraid of mistakes, but to embrace them as part of the learning process. Every mistake is a lesson, and every lesson takes you one step closer to your dream. There were times when I wanted to give up. English seemed impossible, like a mountain I could never climb. But in those moments of doubt, something amazing happened. I remembered why I started in the first place. I remembered that I wanted to be able to speak with people from all over the world, to connect with them, to share my thoughts and feelings. English gave me that power, and the more I practiced, the more I realized that English is not just a tool, it is a way of seeing the world. It opened my eyes to new perspectives, new ideas, and new ways of thinking. Let me tell you something that will change the way you see this language. English is not just about grammar rules or vocabulary. It is about stories. It is about emotions. It is about connecting with people, sharing your dreams, and learning from others. When you learn English, you are not just learning a language. You are learning how to communicate with the heart. You are learning to express yourself in a way that resonates with others. And that is a truly powerful thing. One of the most beautiful things about learning English is that it gives you access to a world full of stories. The books you read, the movies you watch, the conversations you have, all of them become more meaningful when you understand the language. Every word you learn is a doorway to a new world. It's like being given a key to explore places, cultures, and ideas that you could never have accessed before. English isn't just about speaking, it's about opening doors to the infinite wonders of the world. I'm sure you're wondering, how did I get to this point? How did I go from being someone who could barely say hello in English to someone who can share my thoughts and emotions fluently? It wasn't easy. It took time. It took effort. And most importantly, it took belief. Belief in myself. Belief in the power of small steps. Each day, I made a commitment to myself. I would learn one new word. I would practice one new sentence. I would watch one English video, even if I didn't understand everything. And gradually, little by little, the pieces began to come together. One day, I realized that I could understand a whole conversation. The feeling was indescribable. It was like I had unlocked a treasure chest full of knowledge and new experiences. But the real magic didn't happen until I started speaking. I remember the first time I had a conversation in English. I was so nervous. My heart was racing. My hands were shaking, and I could barely find the right words. But then I took a deep breath and spoke. And something amazing happened. I was understood. The person I was talking to smiled, and we continued the conversation. I didn't have perfect grammar, and I made mistakes. But the message was clear. I had made a connection. That moment changed everything. I realized that speaking English was not about perfection. It was about communication. And that, my friends, is what truly matters. I can't tell you that the journey was always easy. There were times when I felt frustrated, tired, or even defeated. But I never gave up. And that was the beginning of my journey. That's the most important lesson I want to share with you today. Never give up. No matter how many times you stumble, no matter how many mistakes you make, Keep going. Your dreams are worth the effort. Every day you learn. Every day you practice. You are getting closer to your goal. And one day, you will look back and realize that all those small steps led to something truly beautiful. Learning English has opened so many doors for me. Doors I never even knew existed. It has given me the chance to travel, to study, to meet people from all over the world, and to connect with them on a deep level. English has allowed me to express myself, to share my thoughts and dreams, and to listen to the stories of others. And now, I want you to feel that same excitement, that same sense of possibility. Because when you speak English, the world becomes your playground. There are no limits. There are no barriers. There is only the freedom to explore, to connect, and to grow. So, I urge you, take that first step. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because that moment will never come. The perfect moment is now. Start today. Speak even if you're afraid. Make mistakes, because those mistakes will be your greatest teachers. Believe in yourself and keep going. And remember, it doesn't matter how slowly you go. As long as you don't stop, the world is waiting for you to unlock it. As I end this speech, I want to leave you with one last thought. Learning English is not just a task, it's a journey that will transform you, a journey that will shape your future, and a journey that will connect you with the world in ways you never thought possible. So, take the first step and start your own journey today. You never know where it might take you. And as you move forward, always remember you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. The only limit is the one you place on yourself. So, don't hold back. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and keep moving toward your goal. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who are on the same journey. Because the more we learn together, the more we grow together. Thank you for listening, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey to fluent English.